Another LinkedIn Live. So happy you could join me today. What I'm going to focus on is something that can create a lot of time efficiency and relevancy. And what is that? It's inbound. Now, what is that? That's everything that's coming to you from someone else on LinkedIn first. So, where is the treasure of your inbound? Well, let me share my screen and I'll show you. Okay. So basically, here we are. And what I want to show you is basically where your real treasure is. So initially, let's go to your profile. I'll go to mine. As you can see, we're broadcasting live on my profile. It's another benefit of LinkedIn Live. So let's go to profile views. Okay. Now these people have just visited my profile 32 minutes ago, 10 hours ago. So you can see all these people have taken time out of their busy day to, visit my profile, which means they must have known something about me in order to visit that. And your profile is really key. So people who viewed your profile naturally are great opportunities. People that message you, right? They're great opportunities. You can see the list that I have, it never ends. The other area naturally is people who comment. Now, here's one of the important elements of that. So let's go to something that's pretty big as far as things that people. But let's even go with today, right? So here, let's go here. Okay, wow. Here's a post I did last week, and I received 20 comments, right? But look at what I received as far as likes. 704. Here's a gentleman that has 75,000 that I'm really well connected with, right? And if we look at him, he's in India. You can see all of the conversations we've had over time. So that's a wonderful area to look at first. So many people go to who wants to connect with them, comments that we just mentioned, but they forget about likes, and there's more likes usually than comments. People who viewed your profile, people who tagged you, anything someone did to get your attention is really a way of saying, hey, I want you to know I'm alive and well, but also accessible and available, and I'm thinking about you, and this is how I'm expressing myself. So instead of going to notifications and doing what people ask you to do and all this other stuff, have a plan for yourself. Be proactive. Take inbound, turn it into outbound, where most people start with no bound, reach out to people they don't know and don't know them based on some criteria and get bad results. So why not take people who are familiar versus strangers, people who have communicated with you in the past? And that's another thing. Go look at the communications you haven't had in a while with people you used to have a lot with. That's another resource. Every day you're building your log pile bigger on LinkedIn, you have to take inventory, see what's coming through, see what you've really deposited in the bank, in a sense, and now see what you can withdraw and get value. The other key thing is to work with first connections, because first connections are easier to communicate with and they're already peers. What you have to do is find common ground, meet people where they are, and see where you can take them. And your currency in exchange for their support is value add. And a lot of times you got to provide value add before you get you add. So, those are really important aspects of, all of the value you've created that you may not really have, that you've kind of taken for granted, and opportunities to build your skills in reaching out, being the first one on LinkedIn. Whoever goes first wins the most. And I actually overserve, and you never know how much you need to do until it's done. What I believe is take advantage of everything that you've created as far as input or inbound. Whatever's attracted those people to you, you initiated. And that's really key. So if what you're receiving is relevant and valuable, keep doing it. If it's just a lot of noise, a lot of numbers, and it actually is a time suck because now you're responding to people that you have no alignment and relationship to, that you won't be able to collaborate, turn the connections into the conversations, into the collaborations. So anyways, with that said, hopefully take advantage of what you haven't been taking full advantage of. Apply a good neighbor type policy is support these people. What I tell people, if you really want to get to know somebody, gain top mind of awareness in their head, is show up for them more than anybody else does that day. You can see what everybody's comments are. Be the best comment of the day. Do it for a week or two. Now you become a peer instead of a stranger. Now you can reach out and say, based on the interaction we've had on LinkedIn, it'd be great to have a Zoom call. Well, now you've got a reason for it, and they kind of know what to expect, which is hopefully talking about what you've been talking about. And now you can do it in real time as a way of really showing who you are. And that's the key to LinkedIn. And inbound gives you an opportunity to present yourself in the way you want to in relationship to someone else who took the time and trouble to acknowledge and recognize you. And at minimum, gratitude goes a long way. So all you have to do is thank people. You don't have to pitch people. If someone viewed your profile, it's like, I noticed that you had an interest in my profile. Thank you so much for visiting. If there's blah, 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 great. That's all you need to do. Follow up with as much follow-up as is required to get to the next step of follow-up. So, okay. Anyways, love to share these great tips with you. Hope you're having a good day and look forward to our next conversation, which will be tomorrow around 9. And I've got a 2 p.m. on Fridays and Tuesdays, which is tomorrow too, at 2 p.m. Eastern with Mike Weiss, and we do LinkTank. Thanks again. Share this with others. Do them a favor, do me a favor, and do us all a favor. And let's do better together.